Okay, so this video is kind of a little review of kind of how to start and kind of work with the Crazy 8 project. So the Crazy 8 project, first and foremost, things you're going to be kind of looking for. One, so I'm looking for, are you using layers, selection tools, and blending modes? Those are the key things I'm looking for. Also, in terms of your artwork, I'm looking for, does it have unity? So does it feel like a whole? Does it balance? Am I falling off the page or staying in the page? Does it have a focal point or point of emphasis? So is there a key thing that everything else kind of connects to? Okay. And for this, you need at least 6 images, but you can have no more than 10 in the composition. So you can decide if you want to do 8 or if you want to do somewhere in the between. Okay. It must be 8 inches by 8 inches with a DPI of 150. Color is recommended but optional, and you have to use at least 3 blending modes. So there are some examples. And again, notice how all of them have clear focal points. So to get started, one, I'm going to open up Photopea. Create a new project. And I'm going to call this one Crazy 8. And then I like it inches, so I'm going to put inches. And this one, I'm going to make sure it is both 8 and 8. So this one is not a rectangle, it is a square. And then I want this to be 150. So here are the requirements, and then hit create. And you should have a 8 by 8 white working surface. Then I am pulling up my resources that I had created and made my little Google folder of. Now I'm going to download a few to get started. And some people start with their focal point, some people start with their background. Either one is fine. Again, you can adjust your layer order. I am going to start with the background and then work into my focal point. So I guess I was seeing like the zombies as kind of my like focal point, or possibly the heart. And then I was going to do kind of more of a junky kind of background. Okay. So again, I'll pick a few images to download. So you right click on them, download them. So I've already downloaded a bunch. So again, then all you have to do in Photopea is, if you go to File, Open, or if you want to, you can open in place. So this first one I'm going to open in place. So I go to my downloads. So I'm going to start with the little sunset. And again, this one I'm kind of using most of it. And again, I may adjust it later, but I'm just going to kind of set it and then hit enter. So that was my first one. Other ones I may want to just pull parts of. So if I'm pulling parts, I'm going to go open. So let's say for this one, I only want to pull kind of like the chain area. So then I may just grab like the marquee tool. Grab the section I want, edit, copy, click over here on my Crazy 8, edit, paste. So right now I have the little fencing in front of the little sunset. I'm now going to basically free transform it. And again, I'm using this more for like background, create some kind of texture element. And again, I may pull it all in, I may pull some of it through. We'll see kind of how it looks. A lot of this one is going to be as you work, you kind of experiment, make some adjustments, look at it, see what your thoughts are. Even for example, I'm going to pull the sunrise above my layer. And then I'm going to actually change the blending mode to maybe what linear burn looks like. Linear burn makes it really kind of dark. If I'm going to keep a linear burn, I may adjust the opacity to soften it a little bit. And again, if you notice, like the cloud, this one adds a lot of color kind of to it. But you also get a little bit of that smoke coming from the smokestacks. And again, I can move it around, adjust. Again, part of this is kind of play around, see what you like, and kind of experiment. So now I got 2 images in. So now I'm going to go open up a third. So this one I'm grabbing in this architectural, opening it up. Actually, this one I may take the whole thing. So select all, edit, copy. Edit, paste. So ideally this one would have been better if I would have had just an open in place, but I was not kind of thinking through my choices, so I can place this one. And then this one I'll kind of see, kind of like the look of that one, gives it a little bit more kind of gritty feel. I may pull this up, maybe lower the opacity a little bit. So it gives a little bit kind of rough feel. Or I may test out a different blending mode. So maybe do like a screen or a color dodge. Overlay, kind of makes it look gritty. Linear burns too much. I'm gonna try with an overlay and see if I like it. I may end up taking it or adjusting it. I like the way that kind of picket fence gives a little texture. So I've got 3 images now. Again, I've already used at least 2 blending modes. Again, I can also adjust and pull back or expand with the opacity as well. So next thing I need, I do not yet have my focal point yet. So I'm gonna grab some zombies. And for this one, I don't know if I want all of them, so I may just grab a few. So I can take maybe the polygonal. And again, as you do this, you can kind of decide how much you want to take. If you want to be more precise with your cuts. So I've got some zombies. Now I'm going to go edit, copy. And again, as you get done with these, feel free to turn them off. That way you don't eat up a lot of your memory. So now I'm going to paste in the zombies. And again, right now this is in front. I may move it around. I may darken it. I may decide to be like, I don't like it going this way. Again, I can go into the transform tools. Maybe I want to flip it, going the other way. So again, moving it, placing it, getting where you want it. And again, I may see what it looks like behind. So adding some different little kind of like textures, building it up. And again, you can also reuse images. So maybe I want to take that same zombie layer, select it all, copy it, paste it. So I got a duplicate layer. Maybe this one I want to try and do something where maybe I'm going to invert it, see what that looks like. So again, you can kind of play around. You can duplicate, invert, shift. Again, plan which layer's in front, which one's behind. So again, now I got another layer going. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So ideally I just need one more for the minimum. Again, I can do more. So I've got some zombies in there. Maybe I want a main zombie. Again, I can open. That one's not working out so well. Probably not the best tool, so maybe I'm gonna switch up my tools. And again, right now I am more roughing it out, kind of seeing what I like, what I don't like. I can always come back in and make a cleaner selection if I want. But right now I'm just getting a sense of what's kind of working, what's not. Wrong button. And again, you still also have those adjustments as well. So I can turn it black and white to match up with the other zombies if I want. I can adjust its image, brightness and contrast. Maybe I want the contrast up. That one's not looking as good as I thought it would. Maybe it'll look good as background. Actually, this one's not really working out that well. So again, if something doesn't work out, don't feel bad. Just be like, nope, not liking it. Trying something different. So I'm going to grab the whole one of this. Yeah, as you're seeing what I'm doing, I'm going through kind of checking, see what I like, see what I dislike. And again, also kind of experimenting, testing, pushing. Like this one gives it way too much of an edge. Doesn't mean I can't do something where I take my magic wand, click on the background color, delete it out. Maybe try a little dissolve. Nah, that's not really working. Again, even like this one, I might need to soften a little bit. Again, it may come back to maybe the zombies are my best, like a little bit. So maybe I want to take, again, them up higher and maybe actually change the blending mode a little bit. So they become more of the emphasis. And again, as you do this, again, hopefully you're seeing it's a lot of play and a lot of adjustment and testing. So yeah, wrong one. Come on. Actually, like I'm a little lighter. This one I may have to then come through with maybe even just clean it up a little bit, take the eraser. And kind of cut more around the figures so that way they're a little bit more unified into the piece. And again, when I get it where I want it, I would actually save a copy as a PSD. And that way you can come through, change, and if you change your mind, adjust, move things around. But then also when you get one, export it as a JPEG to turn in.